Looking for a super offer for Super Bowl 58? DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. New customers can bet on the big game and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets.
I know the line has been moving around a little bit, but as of right now, the 49ers are a couple-point favorites. I know even if the 49ers were 20-point favorites, Mike would still be nervous watching that game.
Fact. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 58, with code Jenkins. The crown is yours. Welcome to Jenkins and Jonez on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Thursday, February the 1. We made it through January, fellas. It only took us 8 weeks.
Jesus fucking Christ, right?
As always, Jenkins and Jonez hosted by the Jethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas?
Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
I'm Gardy B, a.k.a. Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
Motherfucking Mike.
And we're produced today by the lovely and talented, yet somewhat distant sounding, Jackson Saffon.
What's up? What up?
Jackson had a mic issue. He sounded like he was recording from fucking Seattle or something.
Bro, he had me thinking he might be the alien in the pod, bro. One of us is alien. One of us is alien. It might be Jackson now, leaning that way.
All right. One common request from Jenkins and Jonez listeners is that we talk more about cooking. And so we thought, apropos of absolutely nothing, we would talk about our favorite ways to cook ham. Tyler, what's your favorite way to really cook up some ham?
Oh, this is my type of party. Y'all already know that. For one, I fucking love ham. Virginia is no state produces more ham than Virginia. I'm sure y'all have heard of Smithfield hams, right? Those come from Smithfield.
Congratulations to y'all, man.
Yeah, man. It's something I take a lot of pride in. Yeah. But
round of applause.
I'll tell you this.
Snaps in the mic.
Yeah. A spiraled honey ham. Spiraled honey hams are the ones that are like kind of pre-cut that you just cut through a little bit deeper. You know, y'all seen those shits, right? Bake that motherfucker. Right? You bake it on about, 350 for like 2 to 3 hours. Then skillet fry that bitch, right? Put it on the motherfucking skillet so you get that nice, salty, crispy char on that motherfucker, and that is good eating there, Bubba. That's my way of doing it.
I haven't eaten breakfast yet, bro. That shit got me hurting over here, bro. I'm about to shed a tear over that motherfucker. I ain't never cooked ham, so I just say get that motherfucking honey baked. No, I never cooked it. Never cooked it. So I just get it. We just buy ours honey baked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cut that for Thanksgiving. That's how we moving. You feel me? So, but I don't know. Tyler, you're right. Of course you are. I'm leaning that way.
I have a slightly different way. I prefer to have a goat stare at ham until it's completely finished.
The Darth Maul fucking glaring at the motherfucker, cooking him with his eyes. You feel what I'm saying?
We got the all-time LeBron James death stare clip of him looking at Darvin Ham. It looked like he was questioning the process of evolution that led to the creation of society. Braun was looking at that man really like, were cities a mistake? It looked like he was going through a full existential
The God view, you know what I mean? The beginning and the end, everything in between. Yeah, that was crazy.
It feels like you would feel that. It feels like he was staring at him so hard you would feel someone pushing 2 fingers on the back of your head. You know what I mean?
The glare was crazy, but like when the video of him like going through the process, you know what I'm saying? Of like, how the fuck did I get here? Like that was almost like that was the most human I've ever seen, Brian. You feel me? Like that was like, damn, like you could see the fuck and then the but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was a back and forth that was crazy in his head.
Yeah, it's looking like ham might be cooked here. We saw the Christian Wood LOL tweet that Christian Wood got off a few minutes after the Lakers tweeted their starting lineup for the night. We saw the death glare that Bron gave him, and then we saw him, tweet out the hourglass, the TikTok time is ticking.
Time is ticking.
Yeah, so ham might be done, and it's got to be so frustrating for a guy like Bron. Like, you know basketball better than that dude coaching you. right? Like, the coaches that he's won rings with, Spo, Lou, I think they are equal basketball minds on the same level with him. I think Spo knows basketball better than Bron, right? I think he's probably the best mind in the fucking game right now. But it's just got to be so frustrating to know that you are smarter than your boss. And I think a lot of us have probably felt that emotion before, dog. Very relatable content right there from Bron.
What was your favorite move? What was your favorite move to call attention to that? You think Bron is like, after the game, like, Darvin gives his speech and it's like, oh, we were getting beat on this. And Bron's like, well, like I mentioned before the game.
Dog, did you see when that reporter cut him off? When a reporter asked me, what are you going to say to your teammates? He's like, bro, our teammates know what we need to do. And then they just like cut him off. He's like, woo, y'all almost got one out of me on that one, bro. Bro, that dude is done.
He said the teammates need to just be themselves. Like, the teammates are fine. That's not the issue, is basically what he said. And I mean, bro, this team is not a championship-winning team, but this team is much better than they're playing. And who does that fall on? You know what I mean? For sure. Ham got to get out of there. It's over with, my boy.
So we're going to do the Islamic Brotherhood, no pork on my plate.
No swine.
No pork on my fork, right?
No pork on my fork. Yeah, excuse me. No swine on my line. Yep.
Another interesting Ham Virginia connection is, y'all know when Darvin Ham broke that backboard in Texas Tech right there.
Yeah.
That happened here in Richmond. That happened at the Richmond Coliseum. Richmond Coliseum has been abandoned for like 10 years now. They haven't held anything there, and like homeless people occupy that now, and the city's trying to crack down on that. So I don't know. There's some symbolism there, I guess. But yeah, man, just yeah.
Bron really was looking at him like, you are a symbol of urban blight, Darvin.
Right? You are a symbol of urban decay.
So, okay, they want to crack down on what? On
homeless people occupying it, right? Like, it's
what else you gonna
in the city.
Yeah, what else you gonna do with it? Yeah, well, they plan
right,
on.
You're not gonna level this motherfucker. Why can't they fucking live there? Since I view homelessness way more as a societal failure than like an individual failure.
For
so
sure.
I'm on the side of the squatters here, of course. So yeah, man, it's just dickhead shit from the city.
I mean, bro, turn that shit into apartments and give it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, we're not gonna do that in this country, but that would be the right thing to do, probably.
There was a moment, I never like to hold a coach's coaching style against them, but there was just a really horrible visual of a clip during the Rockets game when Ime is talking to three dudes and they're all looking at him like, he's trying to get me better. Like, he's trying to get me another contract. And he's just like, he's breaking stuff down. He's using his hands, and the camera pans to Darvin Ham just doing his like standing there vacant stare with his hands in his pocket shit, and you're just like, get this motherfucker out of here, bro.
Just the human embodiment of shit. I don't know what to tell you. Like, bro, he's just not the guy for the job, man.
What was the logic that got him the position? Like, what was the reasoning behind him getting the position in the first place?
I have no idea.
Defensive coach.
Okay.
Worked successfully with Giannis, so knew how to handle a superstar. Allegedly had a good relationship with Giannis, which I think was regarded in NBA circles. I think people are a little less surprised to see some of the maneuvering from Giannis that we've seen than general fans might be. So I think it was regarded as a real success of his that he was one of the guys that had Giannis locked in. And, he has a great, like, we know Bron will connect with a guy's story. He's got a great story. I still a huge fan of Darvin Ham as a human being, right?
Yeah, we never talking about people as humans.
100, right. This is a sports podcast. Yeah, pardon me for even suggesting it. But I think that was and then you're hoping to get a guy on the way up. Like, you're either hiring Doc Rivers, right, like the Bucks just did, or you're trying to get a guy who it's his first job. He's on the way up, and he's going to be the dude. And some of that
Bron has received that too many times, bro.
Well, but that is the flip. But that's the flip side of famously having a look that you give to the coach you're about to get fired.
The stare of death.
It's gonna limit the number of people who want to take that job, right? Like,
so people don't want to coach Bron. You're telling me that, like, people didn't want to coach the Bron that was in the finals 8 years in a row or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's coaches that are scared of that.
This Bron is probably a hard sell.
This one, yeah, but I'm saying prior, because I mean, with the Heat, he got Spo. Spo's great. But I mean, that was a risk.
But how
You know
many
what I mean?
coaches has he had since Spo?
I mean, he had
He said-
Spo,
Yeah, Spo,
Blatt, who was first time NBA coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ty Lue.
Ty Lue, first time NBA coach. You know what I mean? Vogel, who was solid. And Ham.
Yeah,
So
Vogel
most times
caught a raw
first,
deal. Vogel was
We
a victim of
talked
bad roster construction.
Bro.
I feel like he got a real bad deal.
the GM fucked up Vogel. You know what I'm saying? Setting him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah,
then
that
the
wasn't
other
Vogel's
question
issue.
is, how many of those coaches were the first choice when they were hired? I mean, people have absolutely said no to coaching Braun in this stage of his career, and I think the graph is fucked up if you're an established name who's already rich on what are my chances of winning versus what are the expectations of winning, right? Like that's always the like where do those lines hit for a coach along with the pay, and it's fucked up in LA right now. And I think after what happened to Frank Vogel, where every coach, he was a very well respected coach in the league, and I think I know coaches felt that he was a big part of that bubble run, and he got tossed out. So you're looking at that like, my best case scenario is I win a championship. They get rid of all the role players who helped me win the championship and then fire me the next year.
That's not, I mean, that was, even in the moment, I was like, why is everybody blaming Vogel? Why is Vogel the issue when obviously it's just not a good fit? We spent a lot of money on somebody who didn't make sense. You know what I mean? And we love Westbrook, but it just didn't make sense. But we just decide that Vogel's the fall guy? For what reason? You know what I mean? Like, I never understood that. Still don't.
I'm a Braun fan.
He should be coaching them now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. I'm a Braun fan, but the haters' answer to the question that you're asking is Braun, right? Like that. I mean, that's I see that in some of the Kobe side of the Laker Twitter world of like, yet again, we're going to pretend this is a coach's fault when it's the same, and it's been the same cycle. Now, I felt like they should have kept Vogel, and I feel like they should get rid of Ham. So I don't think it's just a reactionary cycle of throw the coach out, bring a new coach in, blame the coach, throw the coach out. But but there is that narrative for sure of people who feel that that's like part of what they don't like about Braun.
That makes a lot of sense, being this was a Braun move to get Westbrook. You know what I mean? And instead of Braun saying, hey, I pushed for the wrong thing, blaming somebody else, saying they became, you know what I mean? And then finally, I guess, after the coach was gone and you couldn't blame anybody else, Westbrook had to go. You know what I mean? But so it makes sense.
I think it all comes down to that front office whiffing on Ty Lue, even before they picked Vogel during that coaching search. Ty Lue wanted to coach the Lakers. He wanted to coach LeBron. But they lowballed him. They said they were going to give him 3 years, 18 million.
3 years instead of 5,
yeah, instead of 5. He was about 5 years, like 38 million or something like that. So yeah, that's where this all comes down to. It comes down to poor ownership. Again, I think that's where you can take this to the ground zero at, because Ty Lue would have for sure been the man of the job. Like, he's doing the impossible and making me think that the Clippers have an actual shot of winning the championship. They are playing incredible basketball right now.
Yeah,
let's be honest about it. And I again say this as someone who agrees with y'all. Ty Lue's there. Braun successfully bullies the front office into getting Russ. Does that go that much differently with Ty Lue? And if it fails,
Ty Lue looks like he knows what he's doing with Russ with the Clips.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, it's a better roster construction, I think, for Russ with the Clips.
For sure.
And we talked about it before. I think a lot of Russ not wanting to fall in line was him not respecting Vogel on a personal level, right? Like, there's the respect there between Ty Lue and Russ, where Russ is like, okay, I'm going to hear him out and take the back seat.
That's very fair.
But also the expectations of him with the Clippers are much different from the expectations of him with the Lakers. So, you know what I mean?
So if you look at, I obviously agree with you, Ty Lue, I would take over Vogel plus Ham, plus, obviously 100%. But if it does not go well with Russ, what do we think happens with Ty Lue? They're not going to get rid of Braun, and they're not going to sell the team. So you know what I mean? Like, at some point,
I think because of Braun's relationship with Ty Lue, I don't think he's as quick to get rid of Ty Lue. You know what I mean? I think you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's as quick. I think it maybe gets another year after that to see. We don't know. But I think there's a chance it could have happened. It could have turned out differently. Regardless, Vogel didn't deserve to go. The coaching was an issue in that situation.
Yeah, one thing about Ty Lue is he was never afraid to hold Braun responsible. Like, they said that's when they knew he was the guy for the job, when during film sessions with Blatt, when Black would try to like gloss over, when Bron fucked up, and Tyler was like, no, rewind that, and he would get on Bron's ass. They were like, okay, this is probably the guy for the job after they got Black out of there. So yeah, I think there's a certain level of respect that Bron has for Tyler, where I think he's probably willing to work through the storms way more with him than these other guys.
Every time I buy tickets, it's a weird pick your own adventure experience with a bunch of hidden fees, and I never know what I'm going to spend. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Gametime is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you.
I'm looking at the Gametime app right now. The Wizards have quite a few home games that I'm interested in coming up. They've got the Phoenix Suns visiting in February. They've got the Celtics coming there a couple weeks after that. Gametime offers last-minute ticket deals, zone deals. It's easy to find and buy tickets of every kind of event in your area. You can view all the seats in your venue. I'm very much interested in the Hennessy Suites that they have going on at the Wizards home arena, so definitely interested in investigating that a little bit more with this app.
Gametime is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. You can see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. All-in prices show your total upfront, so you know you're getting a great deal before you check out. They're obsessed with finding ways to help you save money on tickets. Gametime has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. And with zone deals, you pick the section and Gametime picks the seats for big-time savings. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code JANJ for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code JANDJ for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, let's talk about some very exciting news. Part of All-Star Weekend will be a 3-point shooting contest between Steph Curry and Sabrina Ionescu. I'm really excited about this, and we've talked about this on the we've sort of half jokingly but also half seriously talked about like part of what catapulted the NBA to new heights was the racial dynamic of Magic versus Bird, in addition to how good it was on the court. We talked about that with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but let's be honest, the other big war in sports or in society or whatever that gets everyone fired up is a gender war. And here's something I want to throw out there, because I don't think people understand what a big deal the Battle of the Sexes was. People who are our age, right? My mom and my aunt kind of sat me down and explained it to me, and then as I've gotten to know Billie Jean King, read her autobiography, all this other stuff, I understand it. When she played Bobby Riggs, 50 million people watched that on television. 90 million people watched that worldwide. It was it's the only thing that's not the Super Bowl that's in the top list of most watched broadcasts of all time in America. 30,000 people bought tickets to the Astrodome to see that. It's still the most attended tennis match in the history of the sport. If that happened today, we would have the Battle of the Sexes 2 through 100 lined up year after year after year after year. They'd figure out a way to do it 4 times a year, then 6 times a year until we got sick of it. It didn't happen again after that. It's one of the most successful sporting events ever. He was older, but he was famously a chauvinist. So you had that, like, it was being promoted as
there.
Yeah. But it was really on the line. Like, it was part of the catalyst for getting Title IX passed. Billie Jean King, there was a sexist broadcaster who was gonna be on the game, and she said, if he does it, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna have this dude up here who doesn't think women should play sports. Oh, she beat his ass.
Oh, love that.
So
I need to watch that.
My intro to that is this. I saw the immediate reaction I saw to the announcement of Steph versus Sabrina was, like there's gonna be if he wins, there's gonna be so much red meat for sexist people, whatever. Here's what I'd say. All that shit is happening anyway. Let's get some actual ball. You know what I mean? Like, this is great. I love this. I love how competitive she is about it. I love that he's being competitive about it. I think this is wonderful. It's the first All-Star event I've been excited about in a while.
Mm-hmm. And there's the fact that Sabrina might just beat his ass. Like she set the record, for the most 3-pointers in the 3-point contest. So yeah, this ain't just no lackey that's going out there. This is one of the greats.
I think she said she'd shoot from the NBA 3-point line too. She was like, I'll shoot from that line. You know what I mean? It don't matter. Let's go. But I think like it'd be weird for people to shit on her if she loses. Like she's not. It's like the greatest shooter of all time versus a great shooter. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, like 99% of the NBA is losing against Steph in this.
You feel me?
know?
So like that'd be insane if they went that route. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it for sure.
Well, let's be clear. Like the sexist trolls on the internet will shit on her if she wins. They'll shit on her if she loses. They'll shit on her no matter what. Like that's what they do. But I don't think I don't think those people should be determining our programming. This should be something that Vinny and Maya can watch together and get excited about. This is something that people who aren't sexist trolls can get. It's a big storyline that's easy to graft yourself onto. And it's the kind of shit that should be happening at the All-Star game, right? It feels like what we talked about with the dunk contest. The dudes are kind of afraid to do it. The stakes are too high or whatever. It should be big stakes on dumb, fun shit. That's what the All-Star game is. It's supposed to be like you're in your neighborhood, in your city, the best kids getting together. Like, oh shit, this kid's playing on this kid's team, right? Like that's the feel it's supposed to have. And I think we've talked in the last couple of years about a lot of it falls short on that. And to me, this is a way to get it going. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be overly friendly and, sponsored. And maybe someone will drive a Kia across the court while they're doing it.
I think all of that will happen. All of that will happen. But when they start shooting, they ain't they're enemies at that point. You know what I mean? And that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little bit of shit talking before and then some real fucking shooters going at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we'll get what we need regardless, even if they, make it hella corporate and, overproduce. But
all right, it's time to introduce a new segment on Jenkins and Jonez called We Agree with the Boss.
That's what we're going to call it?
Company guy time, brought to you by...
it's real company guy time on Jenkins and Jonez.
Company guy time, brought to you by DraftKings.
John's already halfway out the door.
Appreciate you, my boy. Not signing up for that title. We got to figure something else out, brother.
Hey,
company man time.
just turn your turn your hat backwards in a sign of rebellion against Colin for this segment.
Okay, there you go.
While you talk about how much you agree with.
There we go. Hold on.
Nah,
yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it.
We're gonna do it.
All right. Hats aside,
send him this clip.
All three of us were thrilled to hear Colin Cowherd's rant about the crybaby idiots whining about Taylor Swift being on TV. This shit, we were just talking about the gender war stuff. This is so pervasive. Vinny came home from school and said it's kids at his elementary school rooting against the Chiefs because Taylor Swift is ruining football. Like,
that's nasty.
It's nasty. And that's how pervasive it is from the top down. We've seen all this stupid shit on the internet. You've seen the conspiracy theories on on Twitter. And he broke it down perfect, bro. It's 32 seconds she's on TV. That bothers you that much? You're that lonely and sad that like a famous person being on a broadcast of a sporting event bothers you that much, bro? That's a moment to look in the mirror, not to log on to Twitter.
Yeah, and he made the point that, we don't complain when they cut away to Spike Lee multiple times during Knicks games or when they cut away to Jack Nicholson multiple times during Lakers games. The fact of the matter is this: the NFL is one of the biggest things in America, and they finally have someone who is latching onto them who can actually make the sport bigger. There's only like 3 or 4 of those people in the fucking country, and Taylor Swift is one of them. So for one, I completely understand why the NFL is doing it, and two, like, why are you crying about it? Who gives a shit? Like, why are you being a big baby about them cutting to Taylor fucking Swift? Like, Taylor Swift is turning into one of those people who, the more people rail against her, the more I like her, because it's dickheads railing against her over bullshit reasons. You feel me?
And the NFL's not really doing anything different. Like, they cut to famous people like he spoke to. It's not like they're doing anything different to make it bigger. You feel me? Like, what you said, that on average is 25 seconds? So it's not a big deal, but I just love the fact that he's coming directly at his fan base. That's my favorite Colin Cowherd. Dragging his nuts across the people that watch his show all the time. Like, bro, y'all are tweaking, calling them out on their bullshit. That's fire. And the fact that he broke down, I didn't even know he brought down stats of like 50% of men don't have real intimacy with women. God damn, bro. Nigga. I'm like, oh, y'all really ain't fucking. This is the niggas who be clowning me, you know what I'm saying? Coming at me when I'm saying fuck Indiana. Nigga, fuck. You need to get some fucking in your life. You know what I mean? The only fuck you got is when I said fuck your state, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You should be thankful, goddamn. I did not know that. That is insane to me.
Listen,
Crazy, bro. Couldn't be your boy. I'll tell you that, though. Good luck with that, bro.
Real
Good
fuckers
luck,
on this
brother.
pod.
Real
But,
fuckers only on
You know what
Jenkins
I
and
mean?
Jonez.
Shit, for sure, dog.
But you know what? You know,
I'd rather be a real eater than you, nigga. Goddamn. Shit. Fuck you mean? I slide some of that my way rather than being you. That seems sad as hell, goddamn. What the fuck? Crazy as hell. Anyway.
But you know, he really hammered that shit home with that last line he had where he said, you know, you're being resentful against a beautiful, successful woman who would never acknowledge you lonely men in real life. And I was like, oh, goddamn, we are calling the thing here. You know, I fuck with it.
Yeah. No, for sure. Sincerely, a ton of respect for him doing it. And like you said, you're talking to a sports audience. Like, there are people you are talking about are listening to this. This is not some,
Bro,
you know,
a lot
I'm
of
over
people.
here talking to these people about those people. You're talking to the people that you're talking about when you say that shit. And John, did you not feel like when he said the stat about how many men lack intimacy, did that not make a lot of discourse make more sense?
Bro, it's like it opened, like the clouds opened up and the sun, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh,
This is why people say you're glazing all the time.
Right. This is why you so mad about me talking the way I talk. You know what I mean? Comfortable with me, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, it all makes sense, bro. You at home, sad as hell, frustrated. You know what I mean? Punching your dick every night, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for you. You feel me? Sheesh. Ain't no way.
Shit. All right. Biko, our producer Biko, just sent us a report that Marc Gasol has just announced he is retiring after 13 seasons in the NBA. Obviously, was part of that 2019 title team in Toronto. Memphis is planning to retire his jersey. I love Marc Gasol, bro. I'm a big fan of the Gasol brothers. So salute to that man on his happy retirement.
Yeah, man. Marc Gasol, he was an interesting player in a good way. You know, that front court with him and Zevo in Memphis and you know, Tony Allen at the three, just a really, really fucking fun defensive hard-nosed team. So shouts to Marc, man.
Congratulations to him.
Congratulations to that man. Tyler, we do not have a traditional hippity hop segment this week, but could you explain to me, as someone who's not been paying attention to it but has been seeing nonstop tweets about it, the beef between Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, and could you just tell me whose side I'm on so I don't have to think about it further?
Well, basically the girls are fighting. Well, you know, it's always been kind of like you're on the side of Megan here. You know, just
I already knew I was on Meg's side. Yeah.
Right. Nicki is a weirdo. Nicki is someone who she's just a weirdo. Like, she's worked with Meg in the past, but then she just would throw out little sly, slick shit here and that, and then at Meg, which she always seems to do, even with people that she's collaborated with. And then, you know, Meg comes out with the Hiss track, and, you know, she didn't say any names, but we knew who she was talking about. And she basically, you know, said, you know, you need to worry about Megan's Law, which was a law, you know, about how, which basically was the law that established how it is that how, you know, sex offenders who have, you know, committed acts against children have to notify people of their living, you know, situation of when they move into a new neighborhood and all that good stuff. Right.
Because
and
her,
so,
what's her, is
because
her husband or boyfriend?
Because her husband,
Yeah.
was convicted of that. Right. And so, you know, she hops out there like just, you know, hit dog hollering, knowing that, you know, it was coming to her. And now she's out here just trying to, you know, fight the good fight in the name of her fucking, you know, scumbag husband going at Meg here. And it's just, bro, she's just not all the way there. Like, all exaggeration aside, if you listen to that diss track that she dropped called Bigfoot, which is just fucking horrendous, it feels like someone who is not all the way rap mentally tight, bro. Like, no exaggeration. I think she's losing it, dude. It's just, like I said, you're on Megan's side here. Point blank, period. Yeah.
What I thought was like super heinous was like people were putting the list of people that Megan had apparently slept with. You know what I'm saying? On her like this is all rumors. You don't know this. You don't know this woman, and this is how you respond to her. Like it's just so nasty that like the people that didn't jump in on the back and forth. That's the part that's when I like clocked out. Like fuck all this shit. You know what I mean?
Well, and it isn't. I know they have a reputation. I've managed to just kind of completely stay Nicki Minaj discourse free in my life, I guess. But
Yeah.
But I know
terrible.
her fan base is like notoriously nuts, right? And they've been kind of doing crazy shit here again.
No exaggeration, the worst fan
Bars.
base in all of music. Easily.
I think Lil Nas X was a barb too.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got so good.
Oh,
at the
I remember
internet.
Tyler
You know
saying
what I
he's
mean?
like, that's why I would never jump into it.
No, you don't want to.
I would never go back and forth with someone who came out of that. That's like Bane climbing up out of the prison.
Right?
Oh, bro, he's been in the dark
trenches.
web.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, bro. He's been in places in the internet we ain't never seen. We don't know how to get to. You know what I mean?
That's anyway, that's crazy. Okay, we're pro Meg Thee Stallion, Jenkins Jonez. Stamp it. Don't clip this. Do not put this clip on there.
Hell no. Absolutely not.
Oh my god, ain't no way.
We're raising children, you know. All right. I will save that topic. Let's talk about yearning, John.
Yearning, big yearner over here. pro yearner, buddy. You know what I mean? But nah, for me, this started. I was watching the Joe song. I watching the Joe music video, and the way he was singing about wanting a woman, like wanting a girl, and I'm like, nigga, like our R&B niggas are basically rappers. You feel me? Like they too cool now, bro. Get on your knees, spit on your head in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Do stupid shit. Dirty Mac, nigga, if you have to. You know what I mean? But I want to see somebody trying to get a woman. You know, actually liking women in their raps. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dog, I miss that shit. I miss bald-headed ass, yearning ass, R&B music, nigga. You feel me? I need a milk dud head ass nigga that's been through some shit, seen some things we haven't to speak to finding real love. That's what we fucking need in R&B. And instead of yearning, my homegirl said as I was talking to her, she said, all the yearners are out here making good get ready with me videos. You know what I'm saying? They out here spending money on tripods when yearning is free, nigga. That's it. We need niggas to put down the tripod and get back to motherfucking yearning, nigga. We need you out here, dog. Come on.
Yeah, man. Our R&B dudes want to be rappers these days, bro. Like, there's no really delineation between those two anymore. Like, we grew up with motherfucker Jodeci crying in the desert, nigga, just because they girl went to the grocery store for 20 minutes.
Shirt out,
Right?
chest out, crying, nigga,
Crying.
Yelling. You know what I mean? Come on,
It's
He's
been
gonna
an
be the
hour
passenger
since you've been
princess.
gone.
Yeah, right.
Nigga. I think this person. I remember a song where somebody said you left like it's the woman had left 45 minutes ago.
Jodeci, it's been an hour since you've been gone, and
Oh,
that's
yeah,
too
yeah,
long,
yeah,
so
yeah,
come back
yes.
home. Yeah.
Nigga, want it back. Want it back. We need that, bro. It's necessary. That's how you want your baby to come back home? That's love, nigga. It be like that sometimes. You want to be
Hell yeah.
around your woman. You know what I mean? God damn.
Nigga,
Anyway, when you coming home, you know what I'm
Right?
saying? You know what I'm saying? I miss need that.
Bro, I will go to my fucking living room window and look out that motherfucker like I'm a sad puppy when wifey's out doing like her Saturday errands. Hey, the yearning be strong sometimes, dog. Real shit.
Get back to yearning, man. Get back to yearning, dog.
I will text Shara at noon. I can't believe you're not going to be home for 4 more hours. It's
Need
unbelievable.
4 hours is a long time.
I do think
You know what I mean?
I do think this ties into some of what we've been talking about like the change in society. Like the whole world is that Milhouse line from The Simpsons. Like you kissed a girl, that's so gay. Like
Right.
it's like people. It's like there's this like fear of wanting and like loving women or the other direction. It's like we've talked about it with the younger generation. They're so worried about their shit getting screenshot and everything. And we hear from women all the time, like our friends who are women who are looking for men. Like if you're a genuine, reasonable looking man who is reasonably intelligent and funny, It's never been a better time to be out here because we know like incredibly brilliant, attractive women who is like, they'll talk to someone and 10 seconds later, they're sending the foulest shit you've ever seen in their fucking DMs. Like, just ask her to go to dinner, bro.
But it's really always been like that, dog. Like, it's always, I remember, like I told you when I was a sophomore, I dated a senior, right? You feel me? And she just like regular face niggas. You never know. I had no business with her. You know what I'm saying? She like regular face. She straight up said, I like a regular ass brown nigga. I said, well, I'm the fucking man. So it makes me look cool, but it's not cool. I wasn't extra cool or none of that shit. I was green as fuck. I was just what she liked. You never know. Get out here, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's a lot of like, yeah, afraid of it being embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? Want to be perceived as this because perception is such a big deal because it's social and all that. And it's always been a big deal to us when we were younger. Yeah. But it just seems like it's just too much weight on it right now.
It's
you know
stopping.
What I mean?
It's stopping the next thing from happening now.
It's stopping you from putting yourself out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, yeah, like I knew there was a chance of, you know, said woman not to fuck with me. You know what I mean? But like my yearning wouldn't allow me to let that stop. More yearning. You know what I mean?
Give into the yearning. Can I give you my
into the yearning? Dude, with Rather, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nigga, like, I don't know. She in it. Motherfucker, my chances were like 0.1%. You feel me? I remember me and Tyler had a joke. We were saying, if any woman fucking with a white dude, she really love that white dude. You know what I'm saying? If any woman's fucking with a black dude, she would die for that man because she got a whole fucking family for that nigga. You know what I'm saying? We were joking about this. I knew that going in. I'm like, shit, you know what I mean? Like, hey, look where the yearning got me. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep. Can I give you my my first ballot yearning Hall of Fame move from when we were 18?
Go ahead.
Hell yeah.
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Our first anniversary, okay, our date-iversary. So we were 19. We started going out, we were 18. This is like right at the end of our freshman year of college. I was driving up to UCLA. I lived in Long Beach, but I was driving to UCLA to see her like 4 nights a week, bro. You know what I mean? Just getting out of class and sitting in traffic for an hour and a half. Like I gotta, not paying any attention. We didn't have cell phones. That's how old we are. So I would call her from the payphone. I'll call her dorm room in the morning when I got to school. I would call her from the payphone in Long Beach State.
Real yearning hours.
Real yearning.
It's
shit,
yearning.
Right?
Yeah, right.
So far,
that is a fucking Teddy Pendergrass song. I'm calling you from the payphone before I'm on my way to see you. God damn.
And it's raining in that shot in the video too. But go ahead.
So our first anniversary, I wrote her a book of poetry, and the cover I went to Kinko's with a glue stick, and I made the cover out of all of the this person's allowed to stay here overnight passes that we had to have signed at the UCLA dorms.
God damn, that's romantic as fuck, bro. God damn.
That's some hardcore yearning right there.
Yeah.
What's crazy is this nigga went more to LA in a month dating Shar than when you probably gone since she graduated, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, she graduated and we both said, we're never coming back to this fucking city again. We can park our cars where we live in Long Beach, dog. I used to have to walk like 2 miles to her fucking dorm room, bro. You know what I mean? This shit was crazy. All right. That's all the time. Hope you get some yearning in your life. Don't be afraid to yearn. It's good.
In your life, bro.
Your brain sex, was made to...
Make fucking great again, nigga. God damn. Everybody backwards, nigga. That's crazy as hell.
We'll be back on Saturday with a very special guest, so stay tuned for that. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.